Hello everybody, welcome back to Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament. Big shout out to everybody who's rated, who has helped by subscribing. I very much appreciate it. This is my main gig right now. And also, once we get to the brackets, we usually have a decent number of prizes that we give out. I love to be able to do that, and it's because of all y'all that we are able to. So, without further ado, Crappy. I forgot to actually change what you're doing. Crappy, do your thing. Crappy. Come on, I got faith in you. Crappy, you can do this. Go, go, go! Watch out the tomatoes. Terry and Tracy. Names that you'll never forget. What's another name you'll never forget? It's our next wonderful GM. Say hello to our friend Kusogrand8. Kusogrand8, come on in. Let's talk. Let's see what you've got. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I only got vetoed like 2 or 3 times today.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I have a feeling that you're probably going to get some vetoes. I believe I know what you were going to do. And
oh, yeah.
That's fine. Well, thank you.
I'm so sad.
Yeah, thank you, Mugox, for resubscribing. Good to have you here. So, you know, you had some vetoes. What about the game that you actually gave out, though?
Oh, it's awful. It's got a good first game, but the second game, they just destroyed the series. So today I'm giving out Zillion 2 for the Sega Master System.
Zillion 2, the Tri-Formation. Well, everybody, we have players who are going to be doing whatever this Tri-Formation is. Whoever formation's the best wins? I don't know. Yeah. Now this is for Mega Drive, right?
Sega Master System.
Oh, Sega Master System. That's right. Okay, let me change this. Blah, 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 blah. SMS.
Yeah. So, while I was doing some extra research on the game before here, and I learned there's some really stupid codes for the game. And yeah, like, not even codes. They decided, for example, you can change characters mid-game, for example, but
okay.
You need a second controller to be able to change characters.
Oh, no, that's a choice.
So, yeah, apparently, I didn't know that, so the players aren't going to get that info because none of the testers who tested this for me knew about that.
Well, and that's all right. The players here that we have are Kronos V2, Fartsplosion, Gamerwolf, and Murray. Let me just say, Fartsplosion, that name always gets me. It's so good. Yeah, it looks like everybody is in the right place. Let me go ahead and check to see if they're ready to roll, because I think I am. Oh, I'm digging the music.
It's got good music, but you're gonna get sick of it.
Man, how could I get tired of this?
I feel sorry for our refs, and I apologize to them right away. Because this is gonna be very difficult to track.
Yeah, nah, that's why we love our referees. Thank you so much for everybody who's volunteering. Why are you showing a butt? Stop showing Farticus butt, Fartsplosion. My gosh.
I will say I helped our refs. I gave them a map for each level, so yay.
Oh, nice. Well, you know, that is helpful. Obviously, you know, we'll talk about how things are being tracked later on, but I'm ready to get this rolling, and it looks like almost all of the players are ready. I haven't gotten a response from Kronos. Oh, no, Kronos said ready. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and get this started then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You saw butt crap earlier, so just deal with that.
How could you?
So what would be good emotes for chat to spam? We're doing the countdown now.
motorcycles would be one. I guess laser guns. Ooh, mecha.
Mecha. Okay, anything futuristic, lasers, spam those, spam, 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 because as soon as I see movement, I will start a timer.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, butts, that's good.
So, this game, the stages are similar and not similar at the same time. So, every other stage you're gonna get biking. So, and then the other stages they're walking around without the bike because for some reason your character goes, I don't need my mecha anymore.
I'm glad that your motorcycle has air control and jumping, like all good motorcycles should. If anybody ever tries to sell you a motorcycle and it doesn't jump, they're ripping you off, okay?
Oh no, fart. Into the pit they go.
My gosh, it's hard to dodge all of these. There's so many bullets. What the crap? Gamer Wolf dying finally. Wow.
So those Z icons are, I believe, a power-up to your gun. Either Z or L, I can't fully remember. The fun power-up comes whenever a character collects an A.
Uh-oh.
Because... but yeah, this is just the first stage, remember? That they're constantly falling into pits and such.
Yep, I saw Murray in the bottom right just jump into a pit. Yeah, we're gonna see this stage quite a bit, probably. What about the continue situation here? How far, like, are you able to continue from the level that you made it to, or?
Well, yes and no. So, remember how I said I learned two things by reading the game facts?
Okay.
So, me and the testers didn't know there's a continue code. So, I didn't give the players it either. Because, well, I don't know if they'd be able to beat the game easily without that code, so...
Yeah, I mean, if we tested without continues, then the players can continue without continues as well. Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, Mew is on the second stage.
Very nice. Pretty early. Fartsplosion getting there as well. I wouldn't be too surprised if Kronos and Gamer will follow up in just a little bit. Now, with that said, what are the stakes for the players here? We are having some people get eliminated during round 2. How many points do the players currently have?
This is a 5-point match, so one player will be getting eliminated.
Gotcha. Yeah, coming in third, it will be enough for them to have 10 points, and they need to have at least 9 points to move on. What happened to Gamer Wolf? What?
That would be the mecha part. They picked up the A power-up, and when you get that, you can fly around, and it makes the stage a lot easier.
You look kind of dorky flying around like that, I gotta be honest.
Hey, I mean, I don't mind looking dorky if it makes me overpowered.
Gamer Wolf is close to getting another death. Question now, I have a hard time telling exactly what the number of lives is. Is it underneath PL at the top of the
yes.
HUD? Okay.
The PL stands for player lives.
Oh, gotcha, as opposed to robot lives or...
I don't... Hey, I wasn't the namer. And the gun with the number next to it is how powered up your gun is.
The slide that Gamer Wolf had into round 2, I love it. Are you able to get the mecha in other stages as well, or is it just the motorcycle stage?
Just the motorcycle stages, or at least as far as I know.
Okay, okay. Well, it looks like Kronos is through as well. All of the players have made it to round 2. Very nice. Speaking about that, we have referees who are helping to keep track and who are going to deal with the nightmare of making sure we know how far the players have gotten. Those referees that we have are Yoshi Fan Zillion, Turboashi, Neitzel, and thanks a zillion to Sober Dwarf. Finally, we also have the Red Photon Clades and Linkura, who is just Linkura. All 6 of them helping out here. I very much appreciate what the referees are doing this year. Thank you so much.
Mew and Fart Explosion are on the first boss, and it does look like they actually made it through.
Ah, yeah, both of them moving on to round 3. This is a very clear early lead for both of them. Gamer Wolf, though, went into a room and then went back out of it. I don't think there was anything too exciting there.
They saved a lady that was in there.
Nothing too exciting, I guess.
But stage 3, I believe, is where the bike section starts to get rude.
Okay.
So you'll see, like, those spikes on the ground and, well, these jumps.
Yeah, these are special jumps.
The power-ups will be on the higher path most of the time. So if they don't make these jumps, they're not going to get the real good power-ups normally. But, there's gonna, yeah, as you can see, they keep getting messed up by the jumps.
Yeah.
But I will say that it's at least nice to where if you, like, crash into the jumps, that it stops the scrolling and doesn't, you know, just instantly kill you like, well, most side-scrollers would.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm taking a look, and somebody in chat said that they'd played the original Zillion and wouldn't have even realized this was a sequel. I haven't heard of Zillion 1, I haven't heard of Zillion 2, I know nothing about this. Do you know about the original game at all?
Yeah, Zillion 1 is like a Metroidvania, almost, I guess? Easiest way to say it, but everyone who played Zillion 1 hates this. Because it is, as they said in chat, literally nothing alike.
That's kind of amazing. Yeah, that one is a space adventure platform video game. Okay, but there is a character in these games that apparently shows up in the Fantasy Zone games. Opa Opa?
Oh, that's the little spaceship.
Oh, okay, cute. Well, I like it. I like spaceships. Good.
We do have parts on stage 4.
Very nice. Ooh, a very red stage. I like it. Okay.
Oh yeah, the stages get very hideous.
No, I like this. I like this. I want to go to Red Zone. Not the game Red Zone. I want to go to a zone that's red, like this one.
Those little ships flying around on Fart's screen with the wings, that is Opa Opa.
Ah, gotcha. Or Opa Opa?
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew,
Mew's
pew.
gotta play really safely here.
Yeah, with no extra lives and less than half a bar of health, Murray would probably want to either get a little, like, keep collecting score, because score could potentially give you an extra life, but also keep killing enemies, so hopefully you get a drop. Like, getting extra health or getting an extra life, absolutely ideal at this point. But that is death. That is a game over. Back to the beginning of the game, because we didn't tell them how to continue. Because you didn't know how to continue, you know?
And yeah, no, none of us did, so... But you are right about extra lives. 30,000, 70,000, and 120 get you extra lives.
Cool.
Or, yeah, 120.
Yeah, I'm looking at the manual to see if there's any good information here. It's a very long manual, but that's because they have information about, like, in 7 or 8 different languages. Holy guacamole.
I will say, Mew and Farts had a really good, like, early push. That was really well. They did better than a lot of the testers did for that first push, so congrats on them for doing better than the GMs.
Yeah, seriously, great job. Like, that tends to be the case in Kusogrand8, that sometimes the players just absolutely destroy how any of our testers do. With that said, like, this match will not end early unless 3 people beat the game, which probably is not going to happen. Like, the odds of that's super low.
Can't we make the all 4 suffer, though, even if they do?
I mean, if you've got a way to make them suffer, sure. Yeah, they can just boot up like Journey to the Center of the Earth. Nah, I don't know. How many levels are in this game, Ascorian?
I believe it's 8. Let me just double check that.
Okay, 8 levels, and we already saw to level 4. With that said, having a perfect playthrough in order to actually get past level 4, Murray is going to have to start figuring out how to avoid taking damage, or if you do essentially have to take damage, how to recover, how to make consistent progress, because it will just get harder from here.
The L's are heals. So if you can pick those, if you see those, you want to grab them.
Yeah, I do see in the manual, it talks about the various pieces of information about like the different pickups. The A code is the special alpha power needed to complete the transformation from turbo cycle to armorator. The Armorator, yeah. Apple hide 1 somewhere in level 1 and Champ hide 1 in level 3 before they were captured. That's not correct grammar, but good job there anyway. So, scrolling down, code L. The Norse soldiers need a lot of energy in order to exist. Okay, spaced throughout the corridors of the fortress are their life rejuvenators. Get to them before the Norse do, and use them to recharge your life meter. And finally, the Z code. Apple and Champ knew you would be coming in on your Turo cycle. It's supposed to be turbo, but that's fine. To help you, they hid special Zillion power upgrade parts for your 3-wheeler. Each will make Zillion more powerful. Get 3 Zillion power-ups and your Zillion laser will cut through the enemy forces with ease. Oh my gosh, Recursioning, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. I really appreciate that. You are super cool. Oh.
Very kind.
Seriously, it's because of the kindness of strangers that we're able to do stream stuff. So huge thank you. Many, many thanks.
But as you were explaining about the Z codes, those are actually really needed for doing anything on the game, because the damage difference is very, very noticeable.
Yeah, does it, because I see gun multiplier 3 on Kronos' screen, does the multiplier go up when you collect one of those?
Yes.
Oh,
the
okay.
3 is the max, though.
Gotcha. However, when you're not on your bike, do they have any effect on you while you're playing, or are those merely for the bicycle?
Merely for the bike.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, do you have no power-ups when you're playing, like, running around? Is there nothing to pick up? Is it only on the bicycle?
Yes.
What the crap?
I don't even think there's, like, life pickups when you're running around as a human.
That's a little upsetting. I gotta be honest.
Only a little? Oh, death for Kronos, and there goes the power-ups. But you'll see it, does change the damage. They take more hits, and yeah.
Yeah.
For example, this robot that takes like 20 hits now.
No, that's too many hits.
Don't see Kronos actually avoiding the spikes, and I don't think they notice it's damaging them, because you don't get any, like, damage indicator when you're driving over the spikes, except for your health going down.
I mean, why would you see any damage indicator? That's for nerds, you know? Yeah. Oh my gosh. There we go. Kronos is through. Unfortunately, very little health left.
Oh no.
Whew. Game over. Back to the beginning. Go back in your little motorcycle hidey hole. There we go.
Mew is having a really good push too again. They haven't lost a single life, and I believe they're on 3 already? Yeah, they're on 4 now. And they just got another life. Wait, did they? Wait, it said they had 4 just a second ago, and now it says they only have 3. Does it not give you, like, is 3 the max?
There might be a max number of lives. I wouldn't be too surprised. That or... I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe the game's like, no, that's too many lives.
It's like,
get rid of it.
I hope it's counting like the 0. Or otherwise, that's gonna be really sad for them.
Yeah. So, Chad is wondering, how much is 2 zillion? How much is a zillion?
I don't know.
As it turns out, Google says an extremely large number. Okay, so 2 zillion, that's 2 extremely large numbers. There you go. We've answered the question. You know, the music here is fine. It's enjoyable enough. So there's a section here that talks about finding your friends, Apple and Champ. It says, Apple and Champ are being held captive somewhere. After checking the plans for the ship, the best possibility seems to be the rooms hidden in round 2 and 4. You have to check it out. The lives of your friends are at stake. If you find your fellow white knights, they can help you. You gotta if we are playing Space Police, yeah, you gotta find your friends. Okay, you can switch places with Apple or Champ during the odd number rounds. To do this, press either button 1 or button 2 on control pad number 2. The action on the screen will stop. The names of the rescued teammates will appear at the top of the screen, and then you can move to the name that you wish to control. Note, you cannot use a rescued fighter more than once, nor can you use a teammate which hasn't been rescued yet. Duh. You don't need to tell me that. Oh, if you haven't rescued the friend, you can't use them. Duh, that's why we're rescuing them. However, the players did not read or receive the manual, so they don't know that you can actually change.
Yeah. Plus, it requires a second controller, and well, that's just too much effort for the players to set up a second one, I figured.
Yeah, you know, like a whole 2 minutes of work to make their lives a whole lot easier. Nah.
We don't want to make it easier for them. That's like 2 extra whole lives for them.
Yeah, for sure. It does have a piece of information in the manual that talks about continuing as well. In the remote chance that you fail, and in the remote chance that you fail and the game over message appears, I would say it's not a remote chance. It's almost guaranteed. Everybody has game overed. The game over message appears. The Sega Masters have given you a way to continue your quest to overthrow the evil Baron Rix. Wait, the Sega Masters have given us the chance. Oh my gosh, what have the Sega Masters done? When the game ends, press and hold the D button in the up direction. Press button 1 on control pad 1. When the continue option appears, press button 1 again. The game will continue at the beginning of the round you were in. You can use this continue feature 3 times. Yeah, however, we are playing in the way that essentially, like, imagine that you got this, like, your grandmother, you go and visit your grandmother's house, Sega Master System sitting in the basement, you're like, what the crap is this? You plop the game Zillion 2 in, and you try to play. You're not gonna have the manual. Nah, Grandma probably left it in some box somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
You don't even know what box. It's probably a box in the attic, you know? So here you are playing Zillion 2. You don't know how to continue, and you just have to deal with the knowledge that you have right now. That's what the players have.
But, yeah, this is... Mew has actually made it to the boss of round 4, so that's our high mark. I'm excited because, well, I think that's way further than... well, most GMs made it, so... And I had, like, this was during the GM bracket when I was testing it, so I had, like, Okami and Polk and them tested it too, so...
Yeah.
We have... the fact that these... 5-pointers are beating, like, the 10-pointers should make them feel good, you know?
Yeah. You know, one player is going to be eliminated during this match, and that's fine, you know? Some games work fine for others. As it turns out, half of this game is an auto-scroller, and some people are better at auto-scrollers than others, and that is fine. But everybody here is doing pretty dang well so far, and I think that, you know, it's going to come down to the wire, at least for third and fourth. Or, you know, in the back half of the match, we might see decent pushes and see, you know, the people who are in first actually come in third or fourth. I don't know. I can't predict the future. I don't have my tarot cards.
I very much appreciate the talking going on, such as, well, this sure is a game, and how are you even supposed to fight against something like that? The controls don't let you.
Yeah, Fartsplosion says, we have Guardian Legend at home. I don't know Guardian Legend. Chat, is this accurate, Guardian Legend at home?
I've never played Guardian Legend, so I can honestly say I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not guarding any legends. I love the manual, though. There's so many typos. One of the enemies per the manual is called the Bulk, not Black, the Bulk Noza. And that's pretty terrifying. Yeah, that's the Opa, except black. Okay. There's the Mega Harriside, on-ground gun battery, autocraft, Olivian platoon captain, okay, and Baron Ricks. Helpful hints, by the way. Try to get every yellow L mark. They will replenish your life meter. Who would have guessed that healing is helpful? Okay, to stop the screen from scrolling while you are in the off-numbered rounds, aka 1, 3, 5, 7, get the Armorator and descend partially down inside a bottomless hole. The screen will stop scrolling, but the Norsa warriors will continue to attack. Shoot the soldiers to build up your points and accumulate the extra lives. Oh my gosh, we learned how to scam the game to get extra lives. You can stop the screen from scrolling by almost dying. That's actually a really, really fun piece of information for the manual to include. Like, totally an exploit of the game's physics in order to get infinite extra lives. I love it. If the action gets too intense into odd-numbered screens, try the slow motion tip. Connect your Sega Rapid Fire unit in port number 1. Plug control pad number 1 into the Rapid Fire unit. Push down and hold button 2 on control pad number 1. Also push and hold button 1 on control pad number 2. What? It tells you how to use 2 controllers in order to go in slow motion. To shoot in slow motion, briefly let up on control pad number 2. What the crap? Okay. And essentially it's probably, Chad is pointing out that that's probably a method to make the game lag. And whenever you introduce lag, you do have a little bit more control. You could also try pause buffering, which doesn't require 2 controllers and is a completely valid strat.
Isn't the pause for the Sega Master System on the console itself, though?
Probably, but I don't care. Like, you know, I would map it to my controller if I were playing in Kusogrand8. Just, yeah. In the corridors with split level floors, always try to jump to the higher level floor as the action will be less intense. That's actually helpful information that isn't specifically exploiting the game's mechanics. Okay, only switch players when your life meter is almost empty. Remember, you cannot use a rescued player more than once, so use them wisely. Unfortunately, the players do not have the ability to switch to other characters, so that hint is useless for this match.
Oh, yeah. Apologies, but, well... I gotta keep it controlled to where the testers had it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, as far as I can tell, this story is very uninspired. A faint distress transmission, barely understandable, was received at the headquarters of the White Knights. Sent from a distant outpost at the extreme edge of the planetary system. Should be edge, but they wrote dedge of the planetary system. The garbled message told of a new gigantic Norsa battle fortress at the edge of the Norsa galaxy. Wait, let me read that again. Sent from a distant outpost at the extreme edge of the planetary system, the garbled message told of a new gigantic Norsa battle fortress at the edge of the Norsa galaxy. Okay. Apple and Champ, two members of the elite White Knight Special Peacekeeping Force, immediately set out on a reconnaissance mission to investigate the Norsa Fortress. The last words which anybody heard from Apple and Champ were, "Help us, JJ. Baron Rix has ... Okay, so we are playing as JJ, not JJ and Jeff. Or maybe JJ and Jeff, I don't know.
The futuristic version of them.
Yeah, they have managed to... This is JJ and Jeff's baby, and they just named him JJ Jr., which would be JJJ.
I've enjoyed this so much, because it's both bad and, like, it's, like, how'd they make such a bland game after, like, their first game being so good?
I mean, I don't know. It was developed by Sega, but unfortunately there are like no credits here for the game. Uh-oh. That always worries me when they're not willing to put credits anywhere. Yeah, I think they knew that this wasn't the best game ever.
I feel like they rushed this. Because it's literally just bike, then platformer, bike, then platformer.
Yeah. You have bike stage, you have platformer stage. You have bike stage, you have platformer stage. You know, if the original game was a Metroidvania and this is literally a linear platformer, that's a huge step down from the original game, at least in terms of design. Sega?
Like, nobody's willing to take blame for this, chat says, and yeah.
Yeah, as far as I can tell.
Agree. Both Mew and Fart are on their last life. They need to play very carefully here.
Pew!
Funny enough, they're actually at the same exact point, too.
Yeah. Ooh, this looks... I love the look of the level. Is this a boss?
Yep, and it's not easy to dodge this boss.
Unfortunately, it looks like Fartsplosion is game over, so is Murray back to the beginning of the stage, but I think Murray did a little bit more damage to the boss there. And they are keeping track a little bit of the health. It looks like both Fartsplosion and Murray have made it to the bots. That boy. Murray has done a little more damage.
in chat we got, it is decidedly a run or gun game, the competitors say.
I mean, you've got a gun while you run. Unless you're on foot, in which case, as soon as you pull your gun out, you have to stop moving. Can you shoot while jumping, though?
I'm not sure. I think so.
Yeah, that's one way that you can, like, if you cannot move while attacking, taking advantage of attacking while jumping is one way to deal with that. But again, that's not always going to be practical. There's also the question of how much air control do you have once you jumped? Does this game have any?
It does have air control, and yes, you can, as GamerWolf has shown, you can shoot.
No, GamerWolf, no! However, this is a really good push by GamerWolf, making it to level 4. I believe all of the players have made it there, but if GamerWolf can make it to the boss, he could move up to 2nd or possibly 1st.
Yeah. It's gonna come down to who beats the boss first, really.
I love that you can see the enemy but not hit it because, like, its hitbox is slightly off screen. I saw GamerWolf shoot at that enemy multiple times.
GamerWolf did move to 3rd from 4th, so that's good.
Very nice. Okay, just gotta make sure that you don't, like, that's the thing. You gotta get to where you can consistently make progress and not get hit. So paying attention, especially to the projectiles and how the enemies move, how the enemies attack. There we go. GamerWolf collected a friend. Ate them right
Hey!
up. Yum, yum, yum,
That's
yum,
the
yum.
second friend you need to save.
Well, I don't think you need to save them.
No, you actually do to fight the boss.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. The boss. I tried skipping them once while I was testing, and the boss didn't spawn.
Oh no! Ooh, GamerWolf, one more hit and you are dead. I don't recall if this is a game over. Yeah.
It goes to 0.
Okay, then that's good.
So, yeah, and they do have a they will continue from this room. I mean.
Okay.
So.
Good. However, only one life left. That is very concerning. Very good chance of getting a game over very soon. And considering that the boss is a huge pain and has taken down our other players, GamerWolf will probably die if he makes it to the boss, which is fine.
GamerWolf is at the boss door.
Oh, right there. Go in. Okay, here we go. Landing some hits. That's
actually more hits on the boss. That moves him to 2nd.
Yeah, this could potentially move to 3rd. Look at all that, or 1st. I believe that's 1st place. GamerWolf moving from 3rd to 1st in one go. That's how important it is to just try to land some hits. Very, very nice there. Oh, chat is actually clarifying from 4th to 1st. I'm not completely sure he was in 4th, but definitely at least from 3rd.
He was in 4th for a while. They took 3rd, and then, yeah, when they made it to the boss room, they took 1st there.
I love that chat is mentioning that Brazil happened to get this before they got the first game. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, because I can't imagine many people buying the first one after playing this.
I mean, if you hear that, you know, the other game that comes out in the series is better, and you like this at all, like if you thought, okay, this is okay-ish, I'd probably get it. I'd be like, oh, if it's better, heck yeah, let's go for it.
But how would you know it's better? This is back in the Sega Master System era.
You rent it? Actually, then again, I don't know exactly, like, because rentals were big in the US, but I'm not sure about other countries how the rental industry worked.
I believe in Brazil, gaming was actually quite pricey. So
Oh yeah, very much so.
so I can imagine if you got this game over the first one, you wouldn't even be interested in trying the first one. Like, if I spent a bunch of money on this, I'd be running from the first game. Like, no.
Yeah, when I lived in Brazil, like, looking at the prices of everything there, it was about the same price in Brazil as consoles were in America. And that means essentially that people were paying like 3 months' salary to buy a system. Like basic salary, you know. Richer people obviously had more money. It was very much something for rich people, not for the average person in Brazil.
Wow. Sorry, I just noticed Fart Explosion is on level 4 and they have 5 lives. So this is a really, really good push for Fart Explosion.
Yeah, again, getting extra lives is extremely helpful. You want to make sure that like you pay attention to your score, especially in a game where you are not able to continue, whether it's because of us or because of the game itself. If you do not have continues, lives are incredibly valuable. Figure out how to get extra lives, figure out the thresholds that you need, and then do whatever you need in order to accumulate those. As long as you're getting extra lives and not dying in exchange, then that is good. And even if you do die in exchange here, you know, you get a full health refill after and start on the same room that you were on before. So, like, it's not the end of the world if you do die getting an extra life. It might actually be better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a full life heal.
Oh, yeah.
I do think the extra lives stop after 120,000. So we're about well, we're done with extra lives for Fart Explosion, but Mew just actually got a extra life there dying.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't see any information in the manual about how extra lives work. So, yeah, your guess is probably better than mine. You've been watching a lot closer when it comes to score.
I actually was looking at the game facts guide for this. It says 3 different points: 30,000, 70,000, and 120.
Yeah, it almost makes me think after that it could be every 100,000 or every 50,000, but it's hard to know until somebody actually hits it. Considering, you know, both Murray and Fart Explosion are right near the same place with almost the same score, it's fairly consistent in how much score you're able to get, unless you exploit the game, get stuck in a hole during the auto-scroller section, and kill a bunch of enemies. Which...
actually consider farming the little Opa things. Opa, what? I never played the game, so I forget its name.
Well,
because they just keep spawning.
Yeah, if they do give a reasonable number of points, that would probably be worth trying. They're definitely Medusa Head-esque enemies. The unfortunate thing is that they take 2 hits when you are in your normal... Oh, hey! Fart Explosion has beaten the boss and moves on to round 5, taking the lead back from Gamer Wolf. Very nice. Murray might be able to beat the boss as well, though. They currently have 2 lives left. That is definitely good enough to have a few pushes against the boss and to try out some different strategies here. Honestly, best strategy, shoot and don't be shot.
Fart Explosion on what I think is one of the meaner stages. It's just constant bullet spam and, well, the floor is all spikes.
Oh no. Well, I don't like spikes. Get rid of them. What is this, Mega Man? Bah. Hey, Diane the Punk, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, friends. We've got a 4-way race in Zillion 2. Currently, Fartsplosion is in the lead. Gamer Wolf is in second, having made it to the boss of stage 4 and dealt a good amount of damage. Murray in third, Kronos in fourth. Of course, our referees can go ahead and correct that if I am wrong. We trust them more than we trust me.
Oh, I think we're getting typing.
Typing over in Discord. Yep, it looks like some people have some complaints here, and I do not blame them. Welcome to Kusogrand8, where when games are frustrating, we have a lot more typing in chat.
Mew did not take second place there. It was close, though, apparently.
Yeah, thank you again for those who are watching. Yeah, right now we are judging progress based off of how far they get through the levels. The boss, though, is one of those points where you can visibly see a difference with how much damage has been dealt to the boss. Kronos, for example, at the top, you can see how much damage is being dealt to the boss as the blue bar goes down. The boss is down. Kronos moving on to stage 3.
Yep. That boss is interesting because it's just a bunch of single-shot enemies. And then all the other bosses are completely different to that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I completely agree. There should be upgrades in the runner gun section. Our players aren't very happy that there isn't.
Yeah, they are complaining about that, and I love when players complain. It gives me life.
I'm honestly surprised there's no, like, even heals. Like, I don't consider the extra characters heal power-up, but I think they're more of an extra life. But even then, it's, like, surprising there's no heals, especially when they give full heals in the bike section.
Yeah, oddly, the extra character thing makes me think of Star Wars NES, not the one with Sausage Vader, the other one, because you can collect Princess Leia and I believe Obi-Wan, and they are characters that you can pull out, but if they die, then they are permanently dead. You cannot use them again. But essentially, it's sort of like Ninja Turtles 1, you know, each character has their own health bar, and sometimes it is helpful to switch. The players don't get that information here, so they're only playing as JJ instead of the other characters. Yeah. Which, you know, it's kind of fun to add a level of difficulty just based off of the knowledge that they have. You know, you would have to plug in a second controller in order to actually switch. And players almost never map a second controller. I've never seen anybody do it. And honestly, you know, I would probably have told them do not do that because that's going to, it would affect things. If somebody miraculously pulled it off, I would tell them don't do that.
I'm honestly surprised that, like, they did it that way. Like, maybe just give them an extra life for rescuing the people instead of, you know, setting an extra controller up is how I think the devs should have done it, but I did not. Chiron, no. Players are not allowed to look up anything about the games they're given. It's against the rules. Yeah, so in Kusogrand8, when a game is given out, we ask players not to look up any additional info other than what we give them. And, you know, they can't
even go and research what we've given them. They only look at what we give. And anyone who does go and look it up is breaking the rules, and if we find out they're disqualified, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. We usually run on a trust system, though. You know, we're all here to play bad video games, and, you know, sometimes the games are just going to be intolerable. It's not your fault, it's the game's fault. So, yeah, we have only had a handful of cases where somebody has done that, and we had a good talking to after that. But yeah, please do not, if you are playing in Kusogrand8, just follow the rules.
Every time I've competed, I would give out information that I learned in game if my friends didn't know about it. Anything I learned in game, and if they asked about it, I gave it to them. You don't need to do that. You don't earn anything from it, but I like helping people out.
I mean, you get kudo points. Like, every once in a while, I do see people sharing, like, oh, I just figured out how blank works, and even just saying that can be enough to incentivize other people to try it out a little bit more and figure out how something works. You know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to share with other people. I think that it's good sportsmanship, and, you know, in the spirit of friendly competition, everybody is having to deal with this kind of sucky game. That has surprisingly good boss music. Kronos is on to the boss of stage 4. This is a very good push. Is that enough to put Kronos in 3rd place?
Nope, that is just under 3rd place.
Okay.
However, they've seemed to got a hang of the boss now, and I think that puts them in 3rd place now.
This could potentially be a move into 2nd, depending on how Kronos does. Can Kronos beat this stupid boss? Ooh, very good bullet dodges.
I believe that does push them into 2nd, though.
Yeah, that was just enough damage to the boss that should be 2nd place.
This boss is acting really weird now. Like, oh, there it goes.
There we've got the normal jumps back. Oh no, that was so close!
The pixel!
Yeah, I don't think you can get closer to killing the boss without killing it. That was almost a double KO, and I don't know who the win would go to in the case of a double KO.
I think a double KO would result in the game winning.
Beautiful. Well, Kronos is officially in 2nd place. That was an extremely great push. We need to see how the other players do if they manage to get back to the boss of stage 4. Of course, Fartsplosion has a decent lead, making it to stage 5. Nobody else has yet been able to challenge Fartsplosion's attempt.
I very much enjoy both our refs' names and the way they're tracking it.
Yeah.
Seeing the magic pixel for the boss room.
Yeah, Kronos had that 1 pixel of health left for the boss and just was not able to pull off the final shot. You know, it was understandable. I think that Kronos was in the process of dying as the last bullet hit the boss. Like, it really couldn't have been closer there. That was very, very impressive. Gamer Wolf, though, currently facing the first boss of the game at the end of stage 2. Gamer Wolf has a chance to get back to the red room. Though look at Murray and Fartsplosion. They're currently in level 4. Murray has not managed to kill the boss. They've gotten the boss down to 40% health left, and that is 4th place. If Murray can get past where Gamer Wolf made it, which was basically 30% health left, then Murray will move up from 4th. I can't believe this is so close.
I love it. It's so like the places keep changing so much, and I'm so glad I gave these competitors this game. I could have asked for a better like reflection on how close it can be.
This is really good. I love that Gamer Wolf keeps accidentally stopping the auto-scroller section by jumping into the wall here. And you can tell it's accident because Gamer Wolf doesn't take advantage of like farming points or anything. Just kind of is like, come on game, start moving again.
Oh yeah. I do think the game is very nice in that it doesn't kill you when that happens.
Thank you, game, for not doing what literally yeah, almost every game it'll kill you for running into a wall. I mean, you're driving a bike at what, 2 miles per hour? You probably shouldn't explode. It's so slow. Such a slow bike. Okay, now we've got a giant robot.
But the people to watch right now are Fart and Mew because they're close to the boss room.
Yeah, Fartsplosion walking in to save one of your friends. Very nice. Mew unfortunately dying, but with 5 extra lives. Now 4 extra lives. That's not a huge deal. 5 extra lives. Holy crap.
Yeah, not taking a death to this point is really good.
Yeah, I have a feeling Murray is going to move out of last place. Oh no! I gotta cheer for Gamer Wolf because Gamer Wolf is a furry, I think, and I gotta cheer for the furry.
From what I'm noticing on Mew, though, is they're not trying to dodge, they're just trying to damage race, and that's not gonna work.
That might be enough to tie with Gamer Wolf, but I don't think that quite passes. Yeah, ducking in order to dodge some of the bullets has been somewhat effective. That
is enough.
I think that's enough. Murray may be in 3rd place. Let's see if Murray can move to 2nd.
The magic
and there
pixel.
We go.
Oh!
The magic pistol is down. Murray is officially in 2nd place, moving up from 4th. How will they do against Fartsplosion? Murray could potentially move into the lead here.
They're not transforming.
How do you transform?
You just push up and A, or button 1, rather. These spikes will damage you. The A power-up they have allows them to float. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, and it gives it to you right at the beginning of the stage.
Because you need it.
Yeah, it's kind of required here. Odd that it gives you the power-up but doesn't require you to use it. It's like, yeah, if you haven't learned how cool this suit is, you're just gonna die.
You also get the, you can untransform back, and it's actually something like when these stretches happen, it's recommended to transform back.
Murray missed the L, unfortunately, because they did transform back.
They're good. They're surviving with that magic pixel, though.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they still have an extra life. So, they had an extra life. I love how the continue just puts you on the spikes untransformed.
I mean, it does give you a few iframes, so, like, not the worst thing in the world. Here we go. Kronos into the red room again. Gamer Wolf here as well with 4 extra lives, and I believe this is the place that has the boss room right here. Let's see, Gamer Wolf, how are you gonna do against the boss? If you kill the boss, you move out of 4th place.
It'll be on the refs there to tell who made it further, but because I'm honestly unsure if Fart or Mew made it further than Fart. Oh, I feel like there's been typing. Yes, there has.
Oh yeah.
Mew don't think they can make it further. I don't know about that. I think they have a chance to make it further if they don't give up. According to chat, Fartsplosion has made it further.
Very nice, Fartsplosion. I guess.
Fart is in first, and Mew is in second. Oh, and Gamer Wolf is on the boss. If they can manage to beat this boss, that puts them in third.
Come on, Gamer Wolf! Yes! That did it!
Yeah!
Gamer Wolf moving on to round 5, moving out of 4th place. Kronos now back into 4th. Gamer Wolf currently doing this scrolling section and is not transforming. You gotta pay attention to the fact that you have the A up at the top right.
I love how every competitor has done that.
Yeah, you've got the yeah, there we go. And like all it takes is one try, and then you're like, oh, okay, I got the suit. Now, Gamer Wolf is definitely the one to watch right now. If Wolf can manage to get past where Murray got to, that is a move up to 2nd place. Could potentially be a move up to 1st, but with how much damage he is taking in this area, I doubt it. And there we go. That is a game over. Gamer Wolf back to the beginning of the game.
Now, Kronos is definitely the one to watch, because if they beat this boss, they still have a chance on taking back 3rd place.
With 3 extra lives, I think there's a high chance that Kronos can do it.
I'd say 2 extra with how much damage they've taken on this one.
Well, yeah, this is probably going to be a death. Like, considering how difficult it is to actually dodge everything this boss shoots at you. And there we go, shot in the knee.
That was a really good push, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think they definitely have it this time.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, we got it. I think.
Ooh, he is not sitting still.
No!
Oh, no!
So close, Kronos! Okay, 1 extra life. Remember, Kronos will probably not transform at the beginning of the next section, and if he doesn't, he will probably die very early on in the motorcycle part.
Come on, Kronos, be careful!
Oh no! Kronos! I don't think Kronos is going to beat Gamer Wolf now. I think Kronos is going to be the one eliminated.
Oh no. Quick, use your time power.
Unless Kronos quickly figures out that you can transform at the beginning of the next level.
Oh no, get out of the hitbox!
Yes!
Yeah, the boss!
Kronos has taken down the boss, moving on to stage 5. Okay.
Full health, come on, transform! Oh no! No!
Nobody transforms! Nobody transforms the first time they do this! Oh, there we go!
Oh, there's a chance!
No.
Oh.
That is not enough to move out of 4th place. Unfortunately, yeah, we saw this coming. We saw this coming, everybody. So at this point, there's probably not a chance for anybody to actually make a new personal best. But I'll let them keep playing. You know, you never know if somebody manages to stumble across some weird, like, wrong warp or some glitch that manages to help them out. Unless otherwise stated, those things are not necessarily banned, and we have had people manage to find a warp that gave them the victory.
Yep. And because I didn't state continues word aloud, if one of them figured out the up plus A, they would have gotten to continue.
Yeah, I generally don't like to leave that stuff to chance, though. Like, if there is a continue function, but I don't want them to use it, I'm gonna say, even if you find it, you're not allowed. Fart Explosion, rather, has decided to dance for his princess. Well, good.
His words.
Everybody should dance. Everybody should dance, yeah.
I am so, glad at how close this match was, and how the positions kept changing. None of these players should feel bad. This was a really good match.
Yeah, this has been absolutely fantastic. I love it.
I'm also glad that none of them figured out continues, so we don't have to worry about that either way.
Well, I would have told them beforehand not to, but if they aren't told before the match, then usually anything goes unless they are told not to do something. But yeah, it's been a really fun match to watch. Like the number of lead changes, I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, I realized I am like super hungry. But it's fine. You know, we've got 2 more matches after this. I can't leave. It's Kusogrand8, not Kuso how do you say small in Spanish? I don't know. Whatever.
I never took Spanish.
Not Kuso tiny. I know it in Portuguese. Whatever. Portuguese. It's terminado. We're done here. That's the end. Yeah. All of the players have done a fantastic job today. But Zillion 2 is done. We have hit time, and as it turns out, first place is going to go to Fartsplosion, we believe. After that, Murray takes second, Gamer Wolf third, Chronos V2 fourth. Of course, if our referees have insight into something that I am not noticing, they will correct it, but I believe that is that. Let me go ahead and welcome our winner in Fartsplosion. Yeah. How do you feel that the players did today?
That they did amazing. Like, I'm very happy with this match. I'm so glad that
that they made that much progress. Like, you talked about how early we saw stage 4. Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
I'm very happy with how our competitors did.
Yeah.
Like I said, none of them, and I mean this, none of them should feel bad.
Yeah, that is completely fine. Yeah, Chronos V2 is unfortunately out of the tournament. Everybody except for one person gets eliminated at some point, though, so it's fine, you know, a little less suffering, a little more joy in your life, you know? Go and have fun. I'm trying to get Fartsplosion in, but they keep typing about how they might be silent for a while. It's fine, hop in. Hop in general, please. Ah. Well, whatever. I'm sure Fartsplosion will be joining us in a little bit. Yeah, so I have a question for you. Is there a strategy that you found that makes that game a little bit more reliable?
No.
Not at all. Okay, so this game is a butt even if you know how to play the game.
Correct.
Perfect. Well, Fartsplosion, speaking about butts, welcome in and congratulations. You took the victory today.
Well, if that's not a transition, I don't know what is.
Hey, I tried my best, you know? So, yeah, seriously, you managed to make it to stage 5 and actually have a really good push through that. That was a lot of fun to watch. I gotta ask, what are your thoughts about this game?
I didn't think it was that hard, honestly. It definitely had some bad spawns and things I would expect from this sort of game, but I don't know, my other competitors seem to feel a little differently.
Okay, you thought it was fun. Your competitors thought that it was a little bit rough. Honestly, I would say that, like, having half of the game as an auto-scroller, I don't particularly love that.
If I had this game as a kid, I would have been happy with it. I had Solar Jetman, and that game sucks.
Oh, wow. You might get a little hate in chat. I think there are varying opinions about Solar Jetman, though.
There's an asterisk here. If I had an auto fire, that is required.
Okay, gotcha.
So this game, you probably would like to know there were 2 more characters you could have had, and there were continues that you all didn't get to know about because none of us testers got to know it.
I had this whole I was developing my own story in my head. I had to rescue the princess, of course, in the first room, and then her counselor of war in the next level. They weren't part of Kusogrand8, but they were part of it to me.
Yeah, so there are a lot of mechanics in this game that you didn't really get to see just because of specific issues with how continues work. We specifically didn't want you to have to deal with continues, though, so you didn't get to. Yeah, you can continue, but it requires pressing up A when you game over, or up 1, I believe. And then you can actually switch to the characters that you have collected once during the game, but you have to use controller 2 to do that.
Oh, I could have been a princess. It's a dream come true.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, maybe in the future, you know? Yeah, so were there any flaws in the game or any big, obvious things that need improved?
I mean, number 1 is the hideous backgrounds. Like, they tried.
Yeah, they sort of tried. I'll give them that, yeah.
Spawn points is number 1. I figured out quickly, like, for the auto-scrollers, just staying at the front of the screen to kill the bad spawns before they fired at you
Okay.
was the way to go.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Luckily, like, actually being able to kill some of the enemies, that was a very important strat for actually getting extra lives for later on. You know, lives very much dependent on score. And I think...
Yeah, I kept trying to figure out the life mechanic. Was it 30, then 40, then 50, or was it 30,000 each time?
From what we saw, it was 30,000, then 70,000, then 120,000, because that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, and then 180 probably for the next one.
I have no
I think
idea.
it stops at 120.
Well, there we go.
I don't know. We haven't played that far. Oh,
I could have had a completely different experience if I didn't figure out that second boss on the second try. That guy looked like he was going to be rough.
oh yeah. Other players got there and died over and over again. But I will have you know, everybody beat that boss.
That's good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be the first.
I really recommend you watch this match back because it was so close and the positions kept changing. You all did amazing at this, and I loved watching. It was such a nail biter.
I just wanted to get to that boss with enough lives because I knew I could take him down and then just blast my way through the next level, and I couldn't do that.
Yeah, like the next level was a little bit rough, and everybody who got to it, like, they died at least once because they didn't realize that they could change into the mech. It was pretty funny.
No, actually, one of them was it Kronos? That was the.
After taking 75% damage, yeah, Kronos realized.
Kronos didn't die to it though.
Well, died very shortly after. I consider that a death to it, okay? I consider it death.
I loved the second auto scroller, which had the ramps you could jump up, and I figured out that those were just blind death jumps. Don't go up there. But before that, I figured out if you missed the jump, the stage would just stop and wait for you to make a decision. And there's just something so charming about that in an auto scroller.
Yeah, it's nice. It didn't instantly kill you.
I love that the manual actually recommends, hey, if you're doing the auto-scroller and have the mech suit, what you can do is wedge yourself slightly into a pit and then shoot enemies as they come on in order to grind out lives. And I'm like, why is the manual recommending this? I think I know the answer because this game kind of gets hard and extra lives are very valuable.
This game is
Oh,
butts, as you would say.
Yeah. Well, Fartsplosion, congratulations on your victory. Great job, everybody else who played today. Are you doing anything on your own stream these days? Or if not, do you have any games that you've been playing offline that you've been enjoying?
I stream once in a blue moon, and the last 5 or 6 streams have been dying to the same Dark Souls 3 boss, which is as entertaining as it sounds to watch, I bet. So I don't care what you do. I got nothing to plug. Watch Prosentia, watch Kusogrand8.
Oh, I love Dark Souls 3. Some of those bosses, though, they kick your patootie. Well, all
Oh,
right.
Sister Frida and her dad. That guy.
What a butt. Seriously. Well, thank you so much, Fartsplosion. And Escorian, thank you for giving this game. It was an absolute joy.
It was. Thank you for playing my game, Fart Explosion, because, wow, that was a nail biter, as I keep saying.
Yeah.
I had fun with this one. I don't know if I wish it was better, if I wish it was worse.
I mean, you won.
All right,
Hey,
see you two
no
later.
complaints.
I gotta kick you out. Go.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.